Peace. Think fast. Oh. Think fast. Now is the perfect time to really focus on the things that you want to grow. It's been a while since I felt the energies this supportive of the spiritual growth in a minute, and I know for a lot of different, we all different to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? We all have our unique vibrational signature, but I'm also catching a download where this is an energy for everybody to tap into. Like ever since the summer solstice started, the energy has been strong. So that's why a lot of this, whether it's something on TV, you got LeBron go to the Lakers, this and that, all this sports stuff. And I do my best to find my balance in speaking on this, as far as because every now and then I might pick my head up at the TV. I'm not gonna front of course I have a different understanding about how to deal with TV and what type of subconscious programming is going on. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell everybody, all right, yeah, y'all just gotta stop, give up sports clean dry right now, and give up all TV. I'm not gonna be that person. But I will say that you will find it more beneficial to your soul to pay attention to your soul, to your inner self, to grow spiritual right now. Focus on the things that you truly want. All is mine. Matter of fact, that's why when the terminology, attention, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Your attention is what pays other people, in essence, or manifest other things. Manifest things. In general, I'm sorry, I kind of messed up. But your attention, and your focus is what grows and what's manifesting. So, as much as so and so may want you to pay attention to this, or certain lower vibrations trying to get at you right here, if you want a different life, if you want to grow spiritually, you can't focus on those things that's holding you back. And I know that sounds like, oh man, you just make that sound easy, but that's where the work of meditation come in, clearing the mind, and making sure you clearing out the mind so you don't be attacked by all this chatter and all these stressful vibrations, because it's a fact that meditation lowers the stress level. But not to get too far in that, just a simple message of now's the time. Like, matter of fact, just like a basketball game, except the only difference is we're not against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, two sides to one coin, so these people who are trying to keep knowledge away from people and quote unquote oppressing or whatever, right now the energy is in support of them losing their little fake power that they never really had in the first place, that we were under the illusion or under the spell of thinking that they had this type of power over us. But right now is really the time to just step it, like wherever you can step it up a notch, especially with sharing information. Now, this doesn't mean to go around and trying to forcefully preach about chakras and crystals and programming the subconscious, but we all know that we've had these little windows where we've seen, like, all right, where the whole, just everything set up for you to share the information with somebody, and you kind of was like on your biting your tongue. It might not have been ego, but to a certain extent it's the ego kind of stepping you back from sharing information that would help the masses. But sometimes when we know we could have stepped into the conversation and it would have been a building situation, and not know, all right, I'm gonna slide into this and forcefully teach these people. Like, nah, everything was set up to where the person wanted to know a little bit more about the situation, whatever the case may be. But now too, it's important to share these truths about spirituality as well. The more people that know about the truth, the harder it is for somebody to get done, like Tupac and Anthony Bourdain and the Whitney Houstons, the Michael Jacksons, the Princes, like all these people, you know what I'm saying, that all of a sudden seem like they committed suicide, all this, but being attacked by the government. I got a video about don't leave the prophets hanging, figuratively and literally. So by sharing the truth right now, and now more than ever, I feel like a surge in light. It's been a while since, like, I'm fresh off of, say, for instance, catching that urge to like eat, lower vibrational food, just eat anything. It's been a while since the universe has just been in support of me raising my vibration, like on a level where it's really hands on, like well, the last few days I only been eating once a day, and say, what I mean by help, like any other time, my stomach or my body will be craving some type of food, like, bro, eat something, I just want to be eating, you know what I'm saying? But lately, my body been like, nah, we not hungry. And even with stomach pain, that's how I know I'm getting, help on that type of level. When I say help, not from nothing outside of me, the energies are within us, but it's also around us, but it's not getting nothing from, you're not getting energy from something external. It's just more of your higher self, the ancestors within helping out. But basically, when I'm getting stomach pains or hunger pains, I should say, stomach growling a little bit, but still having the strength to be like, well, nah, I'm gonna just still chill. Like, I'm not starving. And that in that sense, what I'm saying, it's not like if I don't eat right now, I'm about to transition, like, so it's like I could do without for this amount of time, so I could feel that support, back in, back in the growth, in essence. But definitely is again a great time to really, if you haven't started to meditate right now, it'd be a perfect time to, sit down in that lotus position, or sit down in a chair. Lay in the bed, however you could first step into it, you know what I'm saying? Eating a little more, being a more, I like to use this word, being a little more conscious of what you're eating, you know what I'm saying? So no matter how you deal with whatever you're eating, just being conscious of what you're eating and the consequences that come with it. Because there's also no bad and good, you know what I'm saying? And it's, so it is what it is. There's positive and negative things of that nature, but just get down to the works. I'm really feeling that energy surge again, like momentum, like and I think I probably fell out of that analogy, but like when you're playing basketball and you may be down a point, also you may be down by 10, but then all of a sudden you hit one shot, you feel a little something. As you hit your shot, they miss theirs. Then you hit another one. It's like, all right, damn, we got the momentum swinging. Bro, let's go for the throat, you know what I'm saying? Let's go for the neck, let's really, come in with this energy and really, bring forth this energy. Because again, it's all about now, Of course, there is an asterisk to that all about now situation, because, some of us, include myself, like, would like to be a little more up, like I say, stronger about the words and things that we speaking on, but that would be very idiotic to stand out too much like a sore thumb while nobody else is like on the same page as you. You know what I'm saying? Back to the leaving the prophets hanging. It's like a lot of people that's in that born to lead, born to to be that example. A lot of us is like still kind of like, well, again, we speaking on stuff and there's no fear or anything, but back to I don't fear a stove, but I know it's hot and I won't put my hand on it because I know it's hot. Same thing with this situation. It's like, a lot of us, given the information already, but it could be taken a step further, but, not until others show that they are aware of what's going on too. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be like, this and that, you know what I'm saying? And whatever the situation may be. And you see, that's why I'm joking about, because, again, it's no such thing as death. There's no such thing as transitioning. So definitely be upfront about, speaking on these certain truths that's going to help spiritually liberate the, whoever resonates with it. You know what I'm saying? Let me say it like that. Cause I'm about to say it's going to spiritually liberate the whole world. And I'm like, whoever resonates with it, which I mean, a lot of us are in a sleep mode. I mean, it's information that a lot of us are wanting to resonate with, as far as like some of us that still in that somewhat sleeping stage. So, even though it may not be for everybody, it's a lot of people that, still we moving inevitably into 5D and raising our vibration. So, unless somebody's just really, on that oppressing side and really trying to throw things off, everybody pretty much is looking very eager to seeing, a high vibrational realm and a difference in, in what's going on this physical plane. And at the same time, not being too invested in this physical plane to where you let your heart weigh heavier than the feather. It's a balance, just like the heart. It's a balance, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not our duty either to save people, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the examples I think of is like where anybody that's on the street or anybody, of course, we got compassion, we got empathy, so it's just in that nature of unconditional love on that level of wanting to help. But we also got to realize everybody is dealing with their own little plight, their own situation. The reason why somebody is in a certain place is from their, from their lack of action, you know what I'm saying? And it's not our jobs to act for them, you know what I'm saying? We help in whatever way, form, or fashion, and that's it. But to feel that we gotta be like, oh, I gotta save the world, save this person, like it's not about saving anything. It's about it's growing within, always trying to find these raising your own vibration up within, letting it trickle outside. And as you're raising your vibration, you may catch the inspiration to want to help this person or do this or do that, or indirectly, you're inspired to share knowledge, and by sharing that knowledge, it helps people indirectly because they're able to tune in to the night, for example, of like doing videos on YouTube. But again, just everything is lining up. So basically, Coach giving us the I was about to say 3 in green light at the same time. The green, Coach giving us the green light, to be on our, matter of fact, to dip into sports a little bit, to be on our Stephen Curry shit. You know what I'm saying? To really, pull up from the parking lot, like, let's get it, you know what I'm saying? For those of y'all that's not familiar, you pull up for the parking lot means a 3-point shot from far distance. But anyway, it's about really, going in, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, going in figuratively and literally, you know what I'm saying? And the energies is definitely beneficial for the masses, and for the masses on the soul level, for the spiritual growth. So just definitely want to share that with y'all, because it was like basically like download. I was getting nudged on the shoulder by higher self, like, bro, tell them right now is one of the perfect times to. I'm like, and be real, which is one of those situations too where I got videos speaking on everything I just said, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of the people, I don't know how everybody else feel that do YouTube videos, but if I did at least 4 to 5 videos on a certain subject, or I talked on that subject multiple times in old videos, I kind of feel like, why am I even being redundant in making these? I know new people subscribing, but it's like, my video's sitting right there, And I'm gonna be real, as far as like, I know I got titles that, you might want to, like, you don't probably know what you're getting into with the title, But again, this information always, it always, from the intro, now it's the vibrator been about right now, you know what I'm saying? Again, it's just revisiting that, but with the energies that's moving right now, like right now, it is very beneficial for to see a change, and and see this raising in vibration take another step. It's like one of them vibes where I'm feeling like where even people who are not that into this information or at one time deemed this information crazy are now kind of open to it. Like I'm catching that little vibe. That's why I said the part about, speaking up more about it, And again, I don't know forcefully trying to preach to nobody and bring nobody in who's not interested, but, again, we done had our little windows where we done bit our tongue and we could have spoke up on, certain things spiritual that may help that person we're talking to. And then indirectly, when we talking to one person in a public place, we all know, especially a lot of us who sensitive to energy, others are listening too, you know what I'm saying? And you're not forcing it on them if you're just holding a conversation with somebody about a certain subject, Because I used to have that situation at my old job. I'd be running with somebody and people pass and, I'm not forcing nothing on them. And then just so happens that person that was passing as I was talking was like, yo, man, I dig what you were saying, bro. You just gave a lot of confirmation to, some stuff that I was kind of on the fence about. But now that I heard you back here talking about it, bam, it makes it a little more real. And think about that, like how we each other's reflection and help each other in that manner, like that every moment, is counting, you know what I'm saying? And not to take it serious, we here to have fun with this situation as well, keeping all these things in perspective, it's a paradox. Dealing with a paradox it's definitely not going to seem easy to the logical mind. I mean, to a certain extent, to the feminine mind too, because it has to display that balance. But that's basically it, just right now is that moment. So, if you can, turn away from CNN, give Sports Center a break, and go read that self-realization book that you thought about reading but you ain't cracked it open yet. Go to that meditation ceremony you got invited to if you're feeling the vibes of the ceremony. You know how I feel about that. But go to that ceremony. Whatever is gonna help again push you forward, and in essence by pushing yourself, it's a collective consciousness. So again, that's why it's not about going out and changing nobody's mind, because if you building yourself up, there's a momentum too on that level. So as a bunch of people continue to work on themselves and raise their own vibrations, and it becomes a part of the collective, you know what I'm saying? And where the other people, without even having to talk to those people who wasn't interested at one time, without even having to talk to them, they're going to be wondering why I feel the need to want to eat vegetables more, or why I'm feeling the need to want to, meditate, or why I'm feeling the need to want to watch a video about spiritual growth. It's going to work on those people in that way as well. So, again, the momentum is in the favor of, the balance and the high vibrations, It's no good or bad. We're not fighting against nobody. The people who's quote unquote oppressing is to a certain extent a reflection of yourself. I say to a certain extent, but it's just two sides of one coin. One side trying to, make things over masculine, and over logical, One side of the coin is, about the going with the flow, the creative vibe, the void, the dark matter, the potential for everything, the magic, It's about bringing both of those together, though, at the end of the day. That's all I have to say about that. I must have drunk about 15 Dr. Peppers. Peace, y'all. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. We're not go too far in the future. We're not go too far in the past. Right now. I mess up the end part, but it's all good. There's not really messing up anything. It's all beautiful. It's all a part of the process. Even me talking this little part out just cause.